Welcome back to the daily discussion. So, I was listening to a conversation today, and somebody was looking for an expert in multiple different domains to coach them. And they ended up saying something to the effect of they advice is only as good as the person giving it. And my initial thought was kind of odd. That was kind of an odd saying, but actually, as I started thinking about it, I really could not disagree more. And I would actually say it's 100% the opposite. Advice is only as good as the person receiving it because the most renowned expert in the field can tell somebody who's not ready to hear information. They can tell them anything they want, but if that person's not ready to receive it and actually understand it and comprehend it and move on it, then it's just words. It's empty words. Even though they're the most renowned expert, they can be world renowned, world class. It doesn't matter. If they tell you something and you're not ready to hear it, it's still nothing to you, which means that advice is not as good as the person giving it to you. But you can hear that same advice from a kindergartner. And if you are in the moment to hear that, that kindergartner is not the expert of the world in this concept. But if they said something in the moment you are ready to hear it, then it's going to stick with you much more than the world's most, famous expert in that field. Hopefully that makes sense. You can follow that. But my point is that I think we get stuck on titles and we get stuck on maybe what somebody's done or whatever, and we think because of that they're an expert and I should listen to them. But in reality, it's really on us to be ready to hear from almost anybody. Anybody can say something around you at any point in time, and that may stick with you much more than anybody who's done it for decades. Because maybe this person didn't even know that they were doing something that was world changing or life changing, and they just were taught this growing up from their parents or grandparents, whatever, and they just say it around you, and all of a sudden it's life changing to you because at that moment you are ready to receive it. So again, I could not disagree more that advice is only as good as the person giving it. And in fact, I would say advice is only as good as the person receiving it. Let me know what you think.